Did you know there's a gun that could save your life even if you never fired it? And no, we're not talking about self-defense. We are talking about a firearm that was designed to function as a multi-tool, a literal Swiss Army knife of survival. You're about to uncover the incredible story of the Liberator Survival Rifle, a weapon that redefined what a gun could do. Stay with me, because this story is guaranteed to blow your mind. Let's begin by taking a step back to 1958. The Cold War was in full swing. The arms race wasn't just about nuclear capabilities, it was also about equipping soldiers with innovative tools. For the U.S. Air Force, the question was straightforward. What happens if a pilot gets shot down behind enemy lines? How do they survive long enough to be rescued? The High Command demanded not just short-term solutions like escape kits or signaling devices, but long-lasting, reliable tools. Enter the Liberator Survival Rifle. Part rifle, part survival kit, this bizarre yet fascinating weapon was officially known as the M6 Aircrew Survival Weapon. The inspiration behind it was as ingenious as it was practical. The M6 wasn't sexy. It didn't look like an assault rifle or a shotgun. It looked like something straight out of a steampunk dream with its double-barrel design, foldable frame, and utilitarian appearance. But here's what made it exceptional. It chambered 22 Hornet and 410 bore ammunition, meaning it could shoot two wildly different kinds of ammunition. One for small game hunting and the other for bird hunting. So no matter the terrain, this rifle ensured survival by providing the means to hunt for food. But wait, it gets better. The rifle itself had more tricks up its sleeve. Or should we say, stock. The stock doubled as a watertight ammunition storage. Not a single bullet would accidentally rust or get wet, no matter the conditions, whether it was rain, snow, or an unexpected plunge into a river. And there's more. The rifle was designed to fold in half for easy transport, so it could snugly fit into a survival pack. Let me ask you this. How do most firearms handle extreme environments? The answer is, not all that well. From sand to snowstorms, most guns are mechanical liabilities waiting to jam. But it's almost as if the creators of the M6 decided, let's build a gun that laughs in the face of harsh environments. The M6 was rugged, simple, and almost completely immune to the common failures seen in other firearms when exposed to extreme weather conditions. It was even tested to work in sub-zero temperatures, a feature designed with the possibility of being shot down in Arctic regions in mind. Now, you'd be forgiven for thinking, maybe this is just a quirky piece of history, something novel that got tossed into a few survival packs back in the day. But you'd be dead wrong. This firearm's core design was so ahead of its time, variations of it are still in use today. Think about that. A gun primarily designed over 60 years ago is still relevant in modern survival scenarios. Not just for military pilots, but outdoor enthusiasts, hunters, and preppers. That kind of longevity is almost unheard of in the world of firearms. So, how did this masterpiece of survival engineering come to be? It all goes back to American ingenuity mixed with a little bit of paranoia. The Cold War was rife with what-ifs. What if our planes go down in remote Siberia? What if we crash into thick jungles? What if there are no backup forces nearby to rescue us? The M6 was not only a firearm, but also a vote of confidence, a tool for survivalists to rely on when all odds seemed stacked against them. And remember when I mentioned that this rifle stored two types of ammunition? Well, that decision wasn't random. The 22 Hornet was perfect for small game like rabbits or squirrels, easy to hunt without wasting resources. The 410 bore, often loaded with buckshot, was ideal for taking down larger game or even defending oneself against predators. These two calibers covered a spectrum of survival needs that went far beyond what standard firearms of the time could offer. But things didn't stop there. The creators went back to the drawing board and asked, what else can a rifle do to make sure you survive? They experimented with attachable knives, scopes for better accuracy, and even spear tips. The result was a firearm ecosystem that wasn't built to wage wars but to save lives. It flipped the entire firearm narrative upside down. Let's talk practicality for a second. If you've ever gone camping, you know how limited space can be in your pack. So imagine you're an airman ejecting from a plane over enemy territory. Every inch in that pack matters. The M6 wasn't just a firearm, it was a problem solver. Lightweight? Check. Compact? Definitely. Multifunctional? Absolutely. It was a tool that screamed, "Stay calm, survive. Help is on the way, but until then, here's everything you need." One interesting twist in its story is that while the M6 was originally designed for airmen, civilians quickly realized its tremendous potential. By the 1970s, companies started producing variants for hunters and campers under names like the Savage Model 24, a nod to the original design but with even more features, like interchangeable barrels. Here's one mind-boggling fact. The M6 aircrew survival weapon wasn't even considered a traditional gun by military standards. In fact, it was often listed as emergency equipment. That's right. To the U.S. Air Force, the M6 was as essential as a first aid kit or a flare gun. It wasn't about defense in the heat of combat, but long-term survival in the middle of nowhere. So how could one firearm achieve so much? The answer lies in its simplicity. Every single part of the rifle was deliberately engineered for ease of use and longevity. No bells, no whistles. It taught us one vital lesson. Sometimes low-tech solutions are the most reliable ones. It's also fascinating to think about the broader impact of the M6. It influenced not just military and civilian survival tools, but the entire philosophy behind survival gear. Compact multi-tools, watertight containers, and modern survival rifles owe their existence to the principles first laid down by this unassuming firearm. But here's where it gets even more thought-provoking. The M6 challenged how we think about post-apocalypse scenarios. In an era dominated by AR-15s and high-tech weaponry, the M6 dares to ask, what will you actually need if civilization collapses? When resources are scarce and survival becomes priority number one, this almost forgotten relic might just be the most valuable thing you can carry. So next time you think about firearms, remember the M6 Aircrew Survival Rifle. Its brilliance wasn't in its firepower or intimidating design. Its brilliance was in thinking outside the box, redefining what a gun could be, and saving countless people in the process. As history has shown, innovation doesn't always have to look flashy, it just has to work. This is the story of a gun that revolutionized survival. It's not just a piece of history, it's a lesson in adaptability, creativity, and resilience, a story as enduring as the weapon itself. Don't you think it's time we gave it the respect it deserves?